Welcome to the Mindset Mile podcast, the show that'll leave you empowered to take action towards becoming the turned up version of your already awesome self. I'm your host, Aisha Zaza, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's go. Hey fam, welcome back to the Mindset Mile podcast. This episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Upswing Fitness. And I'm on fire today to talk to you about how your life is not a dress rehearsal. If you're following me in real time through the podcast or through social media, my baby boy is due 1 week from today. And transparently, it has felt like a long year for me. It's been a really hard pregnancy, just like my first one, and not so much physically. And I share about this on my Instagram sometimes. We always know someone who's had it worse. And I don't just mean pregnancy, I mean in life. And sometimes that just causes a layer of shame because you feel like you need to suck it up. But the truth is, the loads that we carry mentally and emotionally and physically are all different and they're all relative. And so I feel okay just saying that, like, this is a really hard experience for me. In fact, pregnancy is the worst I have ever felt in my entire life. I'm 35 years old, and the almost 2 years of my life I've spent being pregnant have been the worst I've felt. And part of that is because I suffer from pregnancy insomnia, and it has affected just every part of my life. It's affected how I cope with things. It has affected my mood, my energy level, keeping up with a toddler, keeping up with life. And it's just not fun. It's not fun to feel so exhausted and kind of drained really all the time. And if you know, then you know. And I envy the people that just thrive while they're pregnant, but that is not me. And what I find comfort in knowing is that there is a end to this. And I remember feeling like I was going to feel this way forever when I was pregnant with my daughter the first time, but I actually felt so much better. I mean, within literally like hours of having her, I felt like the life coming back to me, and I just stepped back into life in what I kind of want to say is like full stride. Not that there are not challenging parts of postpartum, but I was so much more afraid of how life would look once I had the baby. I thought it would be even harder than things were when I was, dealing with how I felt during pregnancy, because why would things get easier now that you've added a newborn into the mix? But I found it to be quite the opposite, actually. And I found a lot of joy and purpose in having a baby to care for now. And that energized me. Even though I was tired, it was definitely just a different, more manageable form of tired than I remember feeling while I was pregnant. So anyways, I say all this to let you know, obviously, I've still been putting out an episode every week this entire year. And I have to let you know, like, this is a part of my days and weeks that really inspire me. And I still know all the things that I share on this podcast, I still know are true despite how I feel, which is the place I hope you learn to operate from, is living and acting based on what you know to be true instead of how you're feeling, because feelings will always misguide you. They will always make you feel afraid and not enough. But alongside some of these really hard times, the retrospect I do always find myself coming back to is that life is not a dress rehearsal. And maybe this message is even just more for myself, but I find that the things that I need to hear and that I learn are exactly the things that other people need to hear and need to learn. So what I want to share with you today is that your life and your day-to-day is not just another day to get to the end of because it is hard. It's not a day to wish away or to treat like a training day for tomorrow. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Unfortunately, life doesn't come with a user manual. So when it's not working for you, it's normal to feel stuck. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether that's a career change, a new relationship, or becoming a parent. I've personally benefited from therapy during big transitional times in my life, and it's also helped my husband and I become great communicators. As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. No waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/mindsetmile. That's 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/mindsetmile. You guys, I've honestly never been so excited to get into bed since getting a set of Cozy Earth sheets. I feel a noticeable difference every time I slip into bed, more than any other sheets I've ever owned in my life. If you want to make gift giving super easy on yourself this holiday season, I'm telling you, your loved ones will not be able to thank you enough for gifting anything from Cozy Earth. They're like a one-stop shop for everything you need for the most restful night of sleep, from pajamas and premium bath products to temperature-regulating bedding. Everything is made from ethically sourced viscose from bamboo and feels so premium. And I'm so excited to share that Cozy Earth is giving Mindset Mile listeners 40% off your entire purchase when you use the code Mindset Mile. Treat yourself or give the gift of Cozy Earth this holiday season. That's 40% off site-wide when you use code Mindset Mile. As humans, naturally, we do a lot of things to escape reality for a moment or suppress how we really feel. And that looks different for everyone, whether that is, if you're an impulse shopper or you turn to food or drink and you binge. Some people smoke cigarettes or even get lost down the social media rabbit hole. These are all ways to momentarily escape reality, and we put off dealing with something hard or facing negative emotions in hopes that we can get by without actually having to deal with it, or at least to a lesser degree that feels less taxing. So, we want to rush to the end of the problem or the difficult season when in reality, the only way out is through. And this lesson feels bittersweet at the end of these last 9 months for me. But today is your life. Today is your life. It is all you have. Whether it's in a good state or a less desirable state or a stressful state or an unhealthy state or a thriving state, it is literally all you have. I mean, we all have things, and some things make people happier than others, right? Like designer bags or shoes or a new piece of furniture or a car. But those things, as happy as they can make you, they don't actually make up the fabric of your life. And it's okay to like them. This isn't to shame you. We all enjoy those things, but you should take notice of how fleeting the feeling of satisfaction in acquiring new and shiny things is. They may feel like the pair of shoes you never know what you did without, but only until you find the next pair, right? And believe me, there will always be the next pair. Your life and what makes it rich and meaningful is happening right now in this very second. And I want to encourage you to stop waiting to live it. This is the good part. It's not a mundane thing to get over and to just keep feeling like you need to be better at or happier or more this or more that until you start living it. Your feelings are meant to feel, even when they hurt. And people, they come in and out of your life because you were meant to feel their impact and impression. You were meant to learn from every interaction you experience. When life feels unclear, stop racing for the answers. Trust me, what you're looking for is looking for you too. And if you let yourself actually be in the season you're in, instead of wishing you could wake up when it was over, you'll find the next connecting dot. I know there are seasons that feel like you're getting buried. Everyone has them. But in those times, I hope you remember this episode and consider that perhaps instead you are being planted. Grow through it. And don't just go through it like it's a dress rehearsal. Nothing, and I mean nothing but this very second, is guaranteed for you. You are braver than you know and stronger than you think, my friend. Your life is meant to be lived right here, right now. You can take it and be proud knowing you're growing through it even when it's tough, or you can keep waiting. But I hope you take it. Because you are center stage right now, baby. Your time to shine is right now. I love you. I hope this episode spoke to you. Please tag me on Instagram at Aisha Zaza. Send this episode to a friend and please rate the show. It would mean the world to me. I will see you next week. And until then, make it a great day.